Hello my dear students, welcome to CP Live, YouTube channel especially for English medium students. So how are you all? So this is second lecture of this chapter, Projectile Motion. In previous class we have started this chapter, so anybody who is new, I suggest you to subscribe this channel so that you can get the notifications of any quiz or live streaming. Okay, so before starting this lecture, let me introduce you to our toppers of this NEET, that is 2020. Okay, these 4 students has secured their rank in top 50, as you can see. Okay, and these 4 students were from our eCareerPoint Live app, the regular classroom student, online student of this eCareerPoint app. So if anybody is not having this app, just quickly download this app, because this is very beneficial, especially for this time in which you are not able to present physically in your institute for your studies. Okay, so quickly download this app from Google Play. What you have to do, just search eCareerPoint without any space on Google Play and you will see this app. Then just install this app and register yourself, which is absolutely free. Okay, after registration, don't forget to follow your experts, because if you follow your experts, you will be able to attempt the question posted by your experts. Okay, all of these this attempting question is also free of cost. Okay, and you will get so much free stuff here in this app, just like I'm taking these lectures in YouTube. So if you want these notes that you can see on this lecture on this board, you can get these notes in PDF format. Okay, from here, free stuff. Just go to free stuff and you will see all the free stuff here, because you are preparing for NEET. So select medical here, and in this list, if you scroll down, you will see class 11 physics, in which you are going to get all the stuff that I am teaching on this channel. I am teaching right now projectile motion, so you just click on projectile motion, you will see this. Here you will get notes, okay, in PDF format, and video lectures of previous chapters or previous lectures. Okay, so motion in 1 dimension we have completed. You can watch these lectures from app as well as on this channel. Okay, so our today's second lecture of this projectile motion. So if you want to watch previous lecture, just click here and go to videos. If you want their respective notes, you will find here. Okay, anything that you can see here, you will find in PDF format in this session. Okay, so we have both free stuff and paid courses. So if you want to purchase any paid courses, you can get 10% discount if you apply this coupon code ST10. Okay, so let's start today's lecture. So let us recall what we have studied in previous class. See, in previous class we have seen that if we throw any particle with some velocity u at an angle theta from horizontal, okay, if angle between initial velocity and acceleration, which is in downward direction in this case, is not 180, also it is not 0 degree, then it will have projectile motion. Okay, so see this, what we have studied in previous class. If you throw any object with velocity u, we can apply equation of motion in separate directions, x separately and y separately. Okay, so equations of motions are valid here, and if we study this motion in x direction and y direction separately, we will be able to calculate its horizontal range, maximum height, and the time of flight. So see this, horizontal component, it is u cos theta, vertical component is u sin theta, and As you know, this horizontal component remains same in whole journey. At every point, horizontal component is same. Why it is same? Because we have acceleration in x direction which is equals to 0. Okay? If we talk about acceleration in y direction, it is equals to minus g. Due to this, its velocity in y direction will decrease continuously. See? And here velocity in y direction will become 0. Then after that, velocity in y direction will increase in negative direction. So like this. And you can apply equation of motion between any 2 points but in a particular direction. Because this is not a straight line motion, but we can consider that this is the addition of 2 straight line motion. One motion under gravity in vertical plane and second motion is in horizontal direction with constant acceleration. Okay, these things we have discussed in previous class. Okay, now in today's class we are starting with the calculation of time of flight for a ground to ground projectile. See, ground to ground projectile, if we want to calculate the time taken by this projectile to complete its journey, okay, then that time is known as time of flight, or we can say the time of flight is time for which particle remains in air. Okay, now as I told you, what we are going to do in every situation, we are going to apply equation of motion but in a single direction. Okay, we can apply equation of motion either in x direction or in y direction. Separately we will do it. So to calculate time of flight, just see, if particle is starting its journey from here, which is considered as origin, it is thrown with a velocity u at an angle theta from horizontal. So when the particle hit the ground, okay, the time taken by it is the time of flight. Now tell me, when particle complete its journey, in which direction its displacement is 0? Think, particle is starting from here, okay, it is going up then coming down, okay, so from here to here, in which direction displacement of this particle is 0? See, from this point to this point, if I study this motion in 2 different directions, x direction and y direction, then as you can see, the particle is having displacement only along x direction. Okay, what is final displacement? This is the final displacement, but displacement along y direction is 0. After the completion of journey, there is no displacement in y direction. Okay, and because there is no displacement along y direction, so we can use second equation of motion in order to calculate time of flight. Okay, how we are going to do it? See, acceleration in x direction is 0, but acceleration in y direction is minus g. Okay, and what is initial velocity in y direction? It is u sine theta. And what is initial velocity in x direction? It is u cos theta. Okay, so see, if I apply second equation of motion in y direction, that is sy is equals to uyt minus half gt square. Okay, why minus? Because acceleration in y direction is negative of g. Okay, so if acceleration in y direction is negative of g, I am putting its value here directly. So after the completion of journey, its displacement in y direction is 0. That means I can say that I am going to apply second equation of motion from O to point A. From point O to point A, if I apply second equation of motion, then from point O to point A, what is the displacement in y direction? It is equals to 0. Okay, and what is initial velocity along y direction? This uy, it is given as u sine theta, that we have discussed in previous class. Okay, and this is x component, which is not useful for this. So put sy equals to 0, displacement in y direction is 0, and t is equals to time of flight. After completion of journey, the time taken by it is equals to time of flight. Okay, so put t equals to time of flight. Now take t common and send it to the right hand side, and you will get the time of flight is equals to 2uy by g. Now if you put the value of uy, that is u sine theta, you will get time of flight in terms of initial velocity and theta. Okay, so this is how we can find out time of flight. This formula you should remember. For ground to ground projectile, what is time of flight? It is 2uy by g. What is uy? It is initial velocity in y direction. Or you can say time of flight is equals to 2u sine theta divided by g. Okay, so this was the calculation of time of flight. Okay, now next thing what we are going to do, we are going to find the maximum height attained by the projectile. If we throw any particle like this, it will go up then come down. So this maximum height attained by this projectile is known as its maximum height. So we are going to find out this. See, if we are throwing this projectile with an initial velocity u at an angle of theta, then because we are going to consider this motion in x direction and y direction separately. Okay, so what we are going to do, see, what is initial velocity in y direction? It is uy, which is equals to u sine theta. What is initial velocity in x direction? It is ux, which is equals to u cos theta. You know how to take components. Okay, again acceleration in x direction is equals to 0, so velocity in x direction will not change, and acceleration in y direction is minus g. That means velocity in y direction will first decrease, then it will become negative. Okay, see, at maximum height, as you can see, velocity in y direction is 0. That means if I consider the motion of this projectile from this point to this point, okay, from this point O, which is origin, to this point, suppose this point is A. Okay, if I consider this motion of this projectile from point O to point A in y direction, I have initial velocity in y direction, I have final velocity in y direction, I have acceleration in y direction. Okay, so what we have initial velocity, we have final velocity, we have acceleration, and from O to A, displacement in y direction is equals to maximum height. So by which equation of motion we can get the displacement if we have final velocity, initial velocity and acceleration? Think. We have final velocity, we have initial velocity, we have acceleration, and we want to find displacement. Which equation of motion we should use to find this displacement in y direction? As I told you, equations of motions are valid for constant acceleration, though this is two-dimension motion, but we can apply equation of motion in separate direction. Y direction separately and x direction separately. So if I apply third equation of motion, that is v square is equals to u square minus 2gy. Okay, basically it is v square is equals to u square plus 2as. Okay, so if I apply third equation of motion from point O to point A in y direction, then I can get displacement in y direction. So see, from O to A, final velocity is equals to 0. Initial velocity is uy, which is u sine theta. Acceleration in y direction is minus g. So instead of ay, I am going to write minus g. And displacement in y direction from point O to point A is h. See, displacement in x direction is this. From this point to this point, the line joining them is the total displacement. So its y component is displacement in y direction and its x component is displacement in x direction. Okay. So displacement in y direction from point O to A is maximum height that we want to find out. So from this equation, you will get maximum height is equals to uy square divided by 2g. Or what is the value of uy? Uy means u sine theta. So maximum height is also equals to u square sine square theta divided by 2g. Okay. So this is the derivation of maximum height attained by a projectile. At maximum height, you should know velocity in y direction is 0. So that is why I am applying equation of motion from point O to point A. Okay. Now, let us calculate horizontal range. For ground to ground projectile, what is the meaning of horizontal range? See, suppose we have thrown a particle from here. It goes up and strikes the ground at this point. Okay. So distance covered in x direction is known as horizontal range. Okay. From this point to this point, this horizontal distance is known as horizontal range of the projectile. Now we will derive the horizontal range. See, we know time of flight. What is time of flight? Time of flight is equals to that we have calculated already 2uy by g. That is 2u sine theta divided by g. This is the time taken by this projectile to complete its journey. Now, in this time, if I can calculate the displacement in x direction, then this displacement will be equals to its horizontal range. Okay, are you getting my point? If I can calculate the displacement of this projectile in x direction during this time, that is the range. Now, how to calculate it? See, if I apply, suppose this is point O origin and this is point A. If I apply second equation of motion in x direction, though equation of motion is completely not valid for here, but equation of motion is valid in separate directions. I can apply equation of motion in x direction separately, I can apply equation of motion in y direction separately. So if I apply second equation of motion in x direction, I will get the displacement. Okay, in x direction, what is initial velocity? Initial velocity is u cos theta. If I throw this projectile making an angle theta from horizontal, then its x component of initial velocity will be u cos theta, and y component of initial velocity, it is u sine theta. So x component of initial velocity is u cos theta. Acceleration in x direction, as you know, it is 0. Okay, and time taken to complete this journey that we have already calculated in first section, that is 2uy by g, or we can say simply capital T. And what we want? We want displacement in x direction. So tell me, which equation of motion is useful in order to calculate displacement in x direction if we have initial velocity in x direction, we have acceleration in x direction, and we have time taken? We have time, we have acceleration, we have initial velocity, and we want displacement. Then which equation of motion is useful? Second equation of motion. So if we apply second equation of motion, that is S is equals to ut plus half a t square. Okay, I'm going to apply second equation of motion from point O to point A, and equation of motion is valid because acceleration in this particular direction is constant. So this is second equation of motion, and we know that acceleration in x direction is 0, so this quantity is equals to 0. Now from point O to A, what is displacement in x direction? It is equals to range. What is time taken? It is equals to time of flight, that is t. So we got range is equals to ux into t. Since there is no acceleration in x direction, we can directly write this, that distance is equals to speed into time. Okay, this relation is valid for 0 acceleration, and acceleration in x direction is 0. So distance traveled by this particle in x direction in any time t is simply speed in x direction multiplied by time taken. Okay. So what is range? Range is ux into t. Now what is the value of t? T is 2 uy by g, that is time of flight. So put this t 2 uy by g and you will get range is equals to 2 ux uy by g. This is the formula of range of any projectile from ground to ground journey. Now put the value of ux and uy. What is ux? It is u cos theta. What is uy? U sin theta. So instead of ux, u cos theta, instead of uy, u sin theta. So what we got? See, this 2 into cos theta into sin theta, it is sin 2 theta. Okay, this is the formula. 2 sin theta cos theta is sine of 2 theta. So this is the formula of range. Either you can use this relation u square sine 2 theta by g, or you can use this relation 2 into ux uy divided by g. Okay, so this is the formula of maximum, not maximum, it is the formula of range. Okay, Mohammed, just refresh your connection if you are facing this problem, because there is no problem from our side. So we got the formula of range, we got the formula of time of flight, we got the formula of maximum height attained by a projectile. Now let's solve some question in order to practice these formula. See what we have, this question. In case of a projectile fired at an angle equally inclined to the horizontal and vertical with velocity u, then the horizontal range is. Choose the correct option. This is y-axis, this is x-axis. X is horizontal, y is vertical, and this is origin. Okay. What we are doing? We are throwing a projectile in such a way that it makes equal angle from horizontal and vertical. In case of a projectile fired at an angle equally inclined to the horizontal and vertical, angle between x-axis and y-axis is 90 degree. That means this angle, because they are equally inclined, this theta is equals to 45 degree. Okay. So this is the, because it is inclined equally, okay, that means theta is equals to 45 degree. Answer this question using live chat and let me know if you got the correct answer or not. Hello sir, as you can see, all of you, our director Om Maheshwari sir has joined this session. Okay, so wish them good afternoon sir. Well done Janmijay Vishra, very good. Rest all of you, try to solve this question. See, the sentence angle equally inclined, it means that angle of projection is 45 degree. Okay, so and we have initial velocity as u and it is asking the range of this projectile. So what is the formula? This is the formula of range. See, the range of projectile is given by u square sine of 2 theta divided by g. That means if theta is 30 degree, 2 theta will be 60 degree. Okay, so use this formula and find out the answer. What you have to calculate? You have to calculate the range. That means its journey, its path will be like this. Okay, and this distance is known as range of projectile. You have to calculate this. Muhammad beta, no, this is not the correct answer. See, I have given you the formula. What is formula? Formula is this. Range is u square sine 2 theta by g. R is equals to u square sine 2 theta divided by g. Okay. So R is equals to, u is given, answer is asking in u. Sine 2 theta. If theta is 45 degree, then 2 theta must be 90 degree. Sine 90 degree divided by g. So we got range is equals to u square by g. Okay. Hence the correct answer is option 1, u square by g. Okay. Now, as you can see, the range is dependent on this angle theta. So if I ask you what is the maximum range that we can have with a fixed velocity, suppose our throwing velocity is fixed, we can throw any particle with a fixed velocity. What maximum range we can get? So let's talk about the maximum horizontal range. See, formula of range is u square sine 2 theta by g. If we have a fixed velocity, if we can throw any particle with a fixed velocity, okay, then range is totally dependent on the angle. Now, what is the maximum value of sine? Maximum value of sine is 1. Okay, sine theta is maximum when the angle is equals to 90 degree. But here we have sine 2 theta. So at which angle this complete value can be maximum? See, if we want to maximize sine 2 theta, that means this 2 theta must be equals to 90 degree. If this 2 theta is equals to 90 degree, good. Janmijay, good. If 2 theta is equals to 90 degree, then this sine theta, this sine 2 theta will have its maximum value and we will have maximum range. So if 2 theta is equals to 90 degree, theta must be 45 degree. That means if you throw any object with an angle of 45 degree from horizontal, you will get the maximum range. As you can see here, see, if we are throwing this particle at 30 degree, okay, it strikes here. When we throw this particle at 45 degree, it strikes here. And when we throw this particle at 60 degree, it strikes here. So from 0 to 45, if we increase the angle, our range will increase. After 45 degree, if we again increase the angle, our range will decrease. For 30 degree and 60 degree, the range is same. Okay. And one more thing. See, what is the formula of range? It is u square sine 2 theta by g, or it is also equals to 2 times ux uy divided by g. So we can say range is equals to 2 u cos theta into u sine theta. That means range is equals to 2 u square cos theta sine theta divided by g. Okay. Now listen, if I choose angle as 30 degree, okay, then cos 30 will be under root 3 by 2 and sine 30 will be 1 by 2. If I choose angle 60 degree, in that case I will have the same range, because for 60 degree sine theta will be equals to under root 3 by 2 and cos theta will be 1 by 2. Okay. So for those angles whose sum is 90 degree, we get the same range. Okay. See, the range of projectile is same for any two angles theta 1 and theta 2 if theta 1 plus theta 2 is equals to 90 degree. That means, see, for at 80 degree, if we throw this particle with the constant speed, okay, in all the, see, we are throwing this particle by 80 degree, 60 degree, 45 degree, 30 degree and 10 degree. In all the cases, speed is same. Then for 80 degree and 10 degree, we will have same range. See, this is 10 degree and this is 80 degree. We are having same range, and definitely the maximum height attained by them is different. For 60 degree and 30 degree, again the range is same. See, this is 60 degree, this is 30 degree. The range is same, but maximum height is different. Okay. For 45 degree, we have the maximum range. Okay. So from 0 to 45, if we increase the angle, our range will increase. After 45, if we increase the angle, the range will decrease. Okay. Yes, Janmijay. Good, you are right. So is it clear to all of you? Basically, why it happens, you should feel this. See, what is range? It is 2 ux uy by g. What is ux and uy? ux and uy are the components of velocity in x and y direction. So it is 2u cos theta sin theta divided by g. Okay, this is the range. Now, if I choose theta equals to 30 degree, cos theta is equals to under root 3 by 2 and sin theta is equals to 1 by 2. Okay, if I choose theta is equals to 60 degree, cos theta is 1 by 2 and sin theta is under root 3 by 2. So as you can see, for theta equals to 30 degree, the product of sin theta and cos theta is equals to under root 3 by 4. And also for theta 60 degree, the product of cos theta and sin theta is again under root 3 by 4. So for 30 degree and 60 degree, the product of cos theta and sin theta is same. That is why we are having same range for those angles who are having their sum is equals to 90 degree. Okay. So this information is very important. NEET exam sometimes directly asks the question on this concept. So there is no need to calculate the range for two angles. If their sum is 90 degree, that means their range will be same. But definitely their height will be different. Okay. Maximum height will be different. Maximum height is dependent on the y component only. So if y component is greatest, maximum height is the greatest. Is it clear? Now let's have some questions for practice, because in physics only theory is not sufficient. If you solve some questions related to the theory, that will be beneficial for you. Without questions, theory is of no use. See, in this question it is given that a projectile is thrown with a velocity u equals to ai cap plus bj cap. Now don't get scared of this kind of vector information given. Okay, what does it means? See, it says that suppose this is x-axis, this is y-axis, this is origin, and we are throwing a projectile like this u and having angle theta. As you know, we have this component ux is equals to u cos theta and y component uy, which is u sin theta. So we can say this u vector is equals to ux I cap plus uy j cap. That means the question has directly given us the components. The x component is a and y component is b. Okay, so the projectile is thrown with the velocity u, which is u vector, which is equals to a I cap plus b j cap. If the range of the projectile is equal to its maximum height, then what is the relation between a and b? That is the question. Okay, before solving the questions of projectile motion, you should know all the formulas. What is time of flight? Time of flight is 2 uy by g, which is equals to 2 u sin theta divided by g. What is maximum height? What is maximum height? It is uy square by 2g. That is equals to u square sin square theta divided by 2g. And what is horizontal range? Horizontal range formula is 2 times ux uy divided by g, or it is equals to u square sin 2 theta divided by g. So put maximum height is equals to horizontal range, and you have uy, which is equals to u sin theta is given as b, and ux, which is equals to u cos theta, it is given as a. You have the value of ux and uy. It is given in the question that maximum height and the range is equal. Maximum height and range, they are equal. So calculate the relation between a and b. All of you try to solve this question. Janvijay, better think again. That is not the correct answer. Just put this is equals to this. And it is given in the question that ux is equals to a and uy is equals to b. think. Beta, you have done a calculation mistake. So the correct answer is option 4. See, range is equals to maximum height. What is the formula of range? It is 2 ux uy by g. That means 2 into a into b by g. Okay, because ux is equals to a, uy is equals to b, which is equals to height, and height is equals to uy square by 2g. Uy is b, so it is b square by 2g. Now as you can see, this cancels out this cancels out this. So you have b equals to 4a. So answer is option 4. Is it clear to you? Beta, correct answer is option 4. Don't worry if you are getting wrong answer, because sometimes, see, wrong answer is the process of learning. If you are learning from your wrong answers, that is good. So all of you attempt these questions, okay, and use live chat to answer this, okay, so that I can correct you. Now, next question for all of you. See, before attempting next question, I suggest you to write down these formulas on your paper so that you can use them directly. T is 2 uy by g, h is uy square by 2g, and r is 2 ux uy by g. Okay. Also, range is also equals to u squared sine 2 theta by g, because 2 cos theta and sine theta is sine 2 theta. Okay. Ready for the next question? This is the question. The range of a projectile which is launched at an angle of 15 degree with the horizontal is 1.5 kilometer. If you are throwing this projectile with 15 degree angle, the range is 1.5 kilometer. What is the range of this projectile if it is projected with an angle of 45 degree to the horizontal with same speed? Same. Okay. First, we throw the projectile with 15 degree. We got range is 15 kilometer. Now, we are throwing the projectile with 45 degree having same speed. So, it is asking the range in that case. As you know, the range is maximum to for 45 degree. That means answer should be greater than 1.5. So, this option 1 is incorrect. Option 3 is incorrect. We have maximum range for 45 degree. If at 15 degree we are having range 1.5 kilometer, that means at 45 degree we will have range which is greater than 1.5 kilometer. So option 1 is incorrect, option 3 is incorrect. Now we have only 2 options remaining that we have to check. Okay, option this 3 kilometer can be the answer and 6 kilometer can be the answer. So simply apply the formula of range 2 times. First, when the angle is 15 degree, second when the angle is 45 degree. Okay, don't worry, 15 degree is not the different angle. In the formula of range we have 2 theta. So if theta is 15 degree, 2 theta will be 30 degree, and you know the value of sine 30 degree. Mohammed beta, your answer is not correct. Janmijay, well done, very good, you are right. But quickly like this session, all of you, those who are watching live, like this session and share this to all of your friends so that everyone can take the benefit of this live quota coaching classes on YouTube. Okay, this is the new channel especially for English medium students who don't understand Hindi. Okay, this is the special channel for those students. So hit the like button, every one of you, and share this session. Also, if you are new, subscribe this channel and hit the bell icon so that you can get the notifications of important lectures and quizzes. Yes, I take online quizzes in which you submit your answers using a software and I show the results. Okay, thank you beta Janmijay. So quickly share this to all of your friends and be ready for the quiz. When we complete this chapter projectile motion, I will take an online quiz. Okay, so I want all of you to participate it. In motion in 1 dimension, I have already taken the quiz. You can see in this channel, the quiz was amazing. So many students have participated. Now, let's solve this question. What question says? See, question says that we have two cases. In first case, what we did, we just thrown a projectile with an angle of 15 degree and it has range that is equals to 1.5 kilometer. When we thrown the same projectile with same speed u, but at an angle of 45 degree, then it is asking this range. Okay, so let's solve this. First, consider this case, first case, and this is after that second case. See, for first case, what is the formula of range? See, range is equals to u square sine 2 theta divided by g. Okay, so if I apply the formula of range for the first case, okay, first case, I have range for first case as 1.5 kilometer, okay, and angle as 15 degree, so this 2 theta will become 30 degree, u we do not know and we do not need it, and g as it is. Okay, so from this what we got, sine 30 is 1 by 2, so u square by g into 1 by 2 is 1.5 kilometer. That means u square by g is equals to 3 kilometer. Okay, u square by g is equals to 1.5 divided by sine 30. Sine 30 is 1 by 2, so u square by g is 3. We have the value of u square by g, and the range, this is for second case. Second case, for second case, theta is equals to 45 degree, so this 2 theta will become 90 degree, and we have range is equals to u square sine 90 degree divided by g. Now sine 90 degree is 1, okay, and we have value of u square by g as 3 kilometer. So we have range in second case as 3 kilometer. So correct answer is option 2. Is it clear to all of you? So these are formula based questions which you will get if you practice some questions. Okay, just have a little practice and you will be perfect in this section. For practice, I am going to give some homework question to you. Yes, so before coming to next class, okay, we have this 11th physics class on Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday continuously, regularly. Okay, so if before coming to next class, okay, today is Saturday, next class will be on Tuesday, just complete that homework question so that you can be able to attempt the next class efficiently. Now let's move on to our next question. The next question is a projectile thrown with a speed v. Okay, now speed is not u, it is v. Okay, at an angle theta, it has range r. Okay, on the surface of earth. On the surface of earth, if we throw this, we have range r. Now, for the same velocity and angle theta, what is its range on the surface of moon? Okay, beta Janmi Jain Rohit. So beta, share this session to all of your friends. Okay, when the session starts, just share this, click the share button and share this to all of your friends using WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, so that everyone can take benefit. For quiz, if you take if we have maximum students, more students means more competition. That will be beneficial. And you can watch the previous quiz to get an idea how I take quiz on this channel. Okay. So those who are new, hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon. Don't forget to press the bell icon, because by pressing bell icon only you will get the notifications of our schedule. Okay, you can see the schedule in the community post. Now, see, if we talk about moon, for earth, on the surface of earth, you know, acceleration due to gravity on earth is equals to 9.8 meter per second square. So on this, if you throw any projectile, with some speed u, suppose at an angle theta, it will have this kind of path. Okay, and what is the range? Range is equals to u square sine 2 theta divided by g. This is range on earth and g is of earth. Now what we are going to do? We are going to do the same experiment on the moon. If we talk about moon, what is acceleration due to gravity on the surface of moon? Acceleration due to gravity on the surface of moon is equals to acceleration due to gravity on the surface of earth divided by 6. Acceleration due to gravity on earth is 6 times of that on moon. Okay, Janmijay Mishra, well done, very good. You have given the correct answer, very good. Okay, so if we are throwing this projectile with same speed, with same angle, it is asking the range on moon. Okay, so see this. Range is given by r equals to u square sine 2 theta by g. On moon, if acceleration due to gravity on earth, if I consider as its g, then on moon acceleration due to gravity will be g by 6. Okay, so range on earth is this and range on moon will be equals to u square sine 2 theta divided by gravity, acceleration due to gravity on moon, which is equals to acceleration due to gravity on earth divided by 6. So range on moon is equals to, what is the value of u square sine 2 theta by GE? It is equals to RE, is equals to 6 times range on earth. So answer is option 2. See, basically because acceleration due to gravity is decreasing 6 times, so range will increase 6 times. Okay, I can see some students are new. Don't worry, you can watch this session, Rohit and Priyanka. You can watch this session again because it is present on YouTube. Okay, so be on this channel because I am going to give you some homework questions and I will also tell you how to get the file that contains that homework questions. Okay, it is absolutely free of cost. Now, next question. A ball is thrown by one player. Okay, thrown by one player, reaches the another player in 2 seconds. Okay, then the maximum height attained by the ball above the point of projection will be about which of the following? Answer this. Let me explain you question. See, if you draw the diagram of every question, it will be easy to imagine. Okay, that is why I am drawing diagram for each and every question. See, this is y-axis, this is x-axis, and this is origin. If a ball is thrown, angle is not given. Suppose ball is thrown by velocity u at an angle theta from horizontal. Okay, then it is the second person catch this in 2 seconds. That means time of flight is equals to 2 seconds. Okay, time of flight is 2 seconds. The ball thrown by one player reaches the another in 2 seconds. Okay, and what it is asking? It is asking what is the maximum height attained by the ball above the point of projection. This height it is asking. That means the time of flight is given and maximum height it is asking. So try to solve this question. All of you should know the formula of maximum height, range of projectile and the time of flight. Okay, good. Janvijay, very good. You have given the correct answer. So what you have to do? First of all, write the formula of time of flight, put it equals to 2 and you will get some values of some variables. Now write the formula of height and find out the value. Priyanka, very good. You are also right. Well done. But those who are new, hit the like button and subscribe the channel. Subscription is very important, though it is free of cost, but it is important, because if you don't subscribe, you will not get the notifications of quizzes. Sometimes I take surprise quiz, so for that you should know the timing of the quiz. Okay, the online quiz is very amazing. You submit your answer within software, okay, and I take those answers and show it on the board live. Vinayak, well done, very good, you are also right. Well done, beta. Now see, the correct answer is option 3. See, what is the formula of time of flight? Time of flight is equals to 2uy by g, which is also equals to 2u sine theta by g. So, time of flight is given as 2 seconds. That means 2u sine theta by g is equals to 2 seconds. G, we can take approximate 10. This 2 and 2 will cancel out and you will get u sine theta is equals to 10. Now, what is the value of maximum height? Formula of maximum height is this: u square sine square theta by 2g. You have the value of u sine theta. So, u square sine square theta is equals to 100 and divided by 2g. G is approximately equals to 10. So, 100 by 20 is equals to 5 meter. So, correct answer is option 3. 5 meter will be the range, will be the maximum height. Okay. Okay, Vinayak, if you are new in this class is especially for those students who do not understand Hindi. Okay. So, those students who are only of English medium, who can understand only English, this channel is for those students, but you can attempt. Yes, you can attempt for that also. It will be beneficial. Okay. Because I will give you some difficult question for homework for practice. So, it will be good. Okay. So, now time for homework. See, I am giving you homework questions, and what I am teaching here, you will get all these stuff in our app eCareerPoint. At the starting of this lecture, I have explained how to get these notes. The slides which you can see here, you will get this in form of PDF using the app eCareerPoint. Okay, if you want to know how to use that app, watch the starting of this lecture. So, this question is for you and this is homework question. Okay, and the answer is given along with the solution. This is again your homework question for practice. Answer is given. It is 1. Again, this question. This is your homework. Its answer is option 4. Okay. So, these questions are enough to understand the applications of these formulas: time of flight, range of projectile, and maximum height attained by it. If you want these slides, because if you want to do homework question, you need these slides. What you have to do, just download this app, eCareerPoint app. Where? From Google Play. Search eCareerPoint in Google Play and download this app. Here in Google Play, search eCareerPoint without any space and download this app. Okay? In this app, if you open this app for the first time, don't forget to follow your experts. If you follow your experts, you will be able to attempt the questions posted by your experts free of cost. And if you want these slides, what you have to do, go to this section, free stuff. If you open this section, you will see this window. In this window, first of all, select medical, because I am teaching in this medical section. So select medical and you will see the free stuff. Scroll down here and you will see this class 11 physics NEET 2022. In this you will get this motion in one dimension that I have already taught you, and the second chapter, which is projectile motion. To choose any one of them. Okay, if you choose motion in one dimension, you will be able to see the video lectures of motion in one dimension along with the PDF notes. From here you will get the notes of every lecture, these slides. Okay, so quickly download this app because it is very beneficial. So this is enough for today. Subscribe this channel if you are new. Share this session. Okay, so because more students means more competition in the quiz. Hit the like button and comment if you have any query. Okay, if you have any query regarding this course, you can tell us in the comment section. So this is Sumit Sir signing out. Thank you very much.